You're not lazy. I know it feels like you are. It feels like you're sitting in front of the thing you need to do, and you're not moving. And you've tried all the fixes. You've tried the planner, the app, the morning routine, and they work for 3 days, and then you're back on the couch going, what the heck is wrong with me? But here's the thing. What's actually going on is that your brain is trying to protect you, and it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through what's actually going on in your brain, what you're actually being protected from, and you'll realize once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. So let's talk about what it looks like from the outside. It looks like you're lazy. It looks like you're on the couch, you're on the phone, and you're not doing anything. Dishes are piled up in the sink, and the deadline is tomorrow. But what's actually going on from the inside? Well, let's talk about that. From the inside, what's going on is that you're in a war. One part of you knows what you need to do, and another part of you is like, ugh, I'm so tired, I'm so overwhelmed. And you're not enjoying the phone, you're hiding behind the phone. You feel like that, right? That feeling in the chest? That feeling where you're like, my brain is foggy, and I'm supposed to be doing something, and my brain is not cooperating. Well, a study found that procrastination isn't a time management problem. It's actually an emotion regulation problem. So you're not avoiding the thing you need to do. You're avoiding the feeling associated with the thing you need to do. Think about the last time you froze up on something. What were you trying to do? Now, what feeling were you trying to avoid? Was it the fear of doing a bad job? Was it the feeling of doing something another person expected of you? Or was it the fear of doing something and realizing you're just not good enough? That's what you were trying to avoid, not the task, the threat. But the advice you've been given up until this point has completely ignored this. Just do it, they've told you, or you need more discipline. That's like telling someone in the middle of a panic attack to calm down. And the guilt you feel about procrastinating on a task doesn't help. It just makes it worse. It adds another layer of bad emotion to the task, every time. So the next time you try to start something, you've got even more reason for your brain to distract you from it. It's not a problem of character, but it is a problem of pattern. And patterns can be changed once you see them. If your brain is distracting you from something, what feeling are you trying to avoid? Everyone assumes procrastination means you're a failure, that your brain just wasn't capable of doing the task. Something in there just went wrong. But what if your brain wasn't a failure at all? There was a psychologist named Alfred Adler who came up with a theory about procrastination. Simple theory, changes everything. All behavior is goal-oriented. Even procrastination, just not the goal you'd assume. So the reason you can't start the project you need to work on is because your brain is succeeding at keeping you safe. Let me get specific. Not writing that email you've been putting off? Your brain is protecting you from rejection. The creative project you've been meaning to start? Protection from judgment. But the hardest to admit is the following. Mindlessly scrolling instead of working on the thing you claim to care most about? That's your brain protecting you from the possibility that you're not as capable as you think you are. Sound familiar? You've been running these programs your whole life. This isn't a metaphor, by the way. This is biology. Your brain is processing threats to your identity through the same system as physical threats. Same system. The amygdala, which would save your life from a bear, fires when you sit down to do something that challenges who you think you are. That heavy feeling in your limbs, the brain fog, the sudden, desperate need to sleep. That's not you being dramatic. That's cortisol. That's adrenaline. That's a real stress response, aimed at the wrong target. So no, you're not lazy, but you're running a system that's holding you back. And now you have a choice you never had before. Now you might be thinking, great, I get it, so I can change. Well, understanding this isn't enough, and there's a reason for that too. You've been here before, haven't you? You've seen something. A video, an article, a podcast, and you're like, this is it. This is finally what's going to change everything. And just a week later, you're back where you started. Same couch, same phone, same guilt. You're not failing willpower. Your brain has an identity, a story about who you are, and it was written a long time ago. Your childhood, your environment, how people reacted to you, what you were praised for, what you were punished for. You didn't write this blueprint, but you're still living in it. So any new behavior that does not align with this identity is rejected. Fun fact, 80 to 90% of New Year's resolutions don't work out. Not because you haven't worked hard enough, but because you're trying to change your behaviors without changing your identity. You've had this experience. You've started a new quote-unquote habit, felt great for a few days, and then something causes you to go back to your old ways. What's happening is your identity is doing its job, and until now, it's been winning every single time. But there's even a deeper reason for this. If there's a part of your blueprint, your identity blueprint, where you believe you're a person who does not complete things, who starts and quits, then every time you try to complete something, your brain is reading that as a threat and it's trying to protect you. It's trying to shut you down. So every single productivity system, habit tracker, or morning routine you've attempted to implement hasn't worked out because your identity hasn't changed. You've been trying to solve the wrong problem your entire time. So let's go back to where we started. You're at your desk, your laptop is open, and you're frozen. But now you know what you didn't before. You know now that your inability to move is not because you're lazy, and it's not because you're unmotivated. It's your brain regulating an emotion confused as a threat. It's not a failure. Your brain is succeeding at an unconscious goal to keep you safe. But it's not going to change just because you now know it. It's because your identity was formed before you even had a say in it. These things running in the background your entire life. And now you can actually see them. You've been brought here because of a title that said, "You are not lazy," and you are not. But it's not the end of the journey. It's the beginning of the journey. Most people never even start the journey because they never even think about the story their brains are telling them. You've just done that. So the next time you are stuck in your chair, wondering what's wrong with you, wonder what your brain is protecting you from. And then do the thing anyway. Not because it's easy, because you are not just a protection program written when you were 7 years old. That's the difference between understanding and using. If you learned something here, make sure to subscribe for more. See you on the next one.